5 years be with you, I've been pretending. You're just a whore I bought. It's your honor to die for Lyra.
He laughed. His plaid ritual worked. Lyra opened her eyes. He kissed her, then left. He didn't even look back when I bled out. However, I was reborn. Back at the night Damian bought me, I found I was hung from the rafter amidst a group of covetous's clients, wearing a revealing dress. The primp raised his whip and shouted,
"What are you pretending for, you bitch? Still acting like a lady, a whore is a whore!"
The whip landed on my back. The pain was unbearable. I was whipped due to my disobedience. I refused to approach those filthy men, and in the ensuing scuffle, I spilled wine on a distinguished guest. The pimp had me strung from the rafters for it. It was Damian who, like a savior, walked in and bought me, and I fell for him from then on, like a fool.
Stop! Put that girl down!
Damian appeared just as timely as he was in the past life. The pimp chickened out as soon as he saw Macarvendel and immediately put me down.
Are you all right?
Damian asked with concern. I ignored him. This time, the old romance won't happen again. Instead, I stole a fruit knife at fruit from the table and hid it in my sleeve, brooding over to kill Damian with one blow when a chance comes. A chance I must wait for. As the pimp had instructed, I obediently served the wine to a distinguished guest. He was wearing a top hat, so I couldn't see his expression. I grit my teeth and steeled myself. Then suddenly I turned my body, sitting on his lap, and brought the wine to his lips. But someone gave my elbow a hard stove, and the cup in my hand flew out of my hand before I knew it. The wine unsurprisingly spilled on him. Upon seeing this, the pump, both furious and terrified, rushed to my side. Just as the pump grabbed my arm, ready to slap me hard, Damian stepped in and stopped him. He smiled non-chimously.
It's just spilled wine. No need to make such a big deal out of it.
Then he saw my face, that familiar look of surprise.
She's mine now.
Damian tossed a bag of gold to the pimper, just as I was about to catch him off guard and plunge the dagger into him. A pair of slender hands draped a cloak over me. I looked at the family crest ring on his little finger. Another Cavendish?
She's too fierce for you, little brother.
I looked over my shoulder and saw a face of breathtaking beauty, handsomeness, and nobility. In my previous life, I had never paid any attention to this guest, whom I had offended. While I heard him call Damian brother, my heart skipped a beat. I knew Damian only had one brother, Armand, the ruthless alpha of the Cavendal pack. Armand was in the prime of his life. Yet for some reason, he still hadn't found his Luna and had little interest in women. Armand stooped and whispered in my ear,
"Girl, you're free."
And I saw Damian clench his fists, his eyes filled with resentment. I'm free now, but I haven't had my revenge yet. And my 10-year-old sister is still in the clutches of my gambler brother. I can't let her suffer the same fate as me. In my past life, Damian told me he and his brother once fought to the death for the Alpha title. Would this Armand be my ally? I clutched the cloak on my shoulders and made up my mind. Armand won't be staying long. I have to capture his interest. I plucked an inconspicuous gem from his cloak, slipped it to the brothel's janitor, and he told me which carriage belonged to Armand. I took off the cloak, folded it neatly. I climbed into the empty carriage, waiting for him.
What do you want from me, girl?
He came in, eyes glistening in the darkness. I curved up my lips. The moonlight was bright enough for him to see my bare skin. I gathered my courage and handed Armand the folded cloak.
Sir, I have nowhere else to go. Please take me in. I'll do anything for you.
Oh, will you?
He sneered and looked at the cloak, clearly noticing the missing gem on it. But I could read in his eyes, there was no lust for my body.
Good. You're smart and beautiful.
He gazed at me and paused for a moment.
What if I asked you to keep my little brother company?
Just what I wanted.
My brother's been acting weird lately. He spent his days drinking heavily and jousting, causing quite a stir to the Carvendit pack. I want you to spy on him. And by the way, keep him happy.
What kind of happiness?
In every possible way.
He lifted my chin and breathed to my cheeks.
Then I want a deal. I'll go with your brother, and you rescue my sister.
Deal. And now get out of my carriage.
I obeyed unwilling. An invitation flew out the carriage window and landed at my feet.
Tomorrow, there will be a dinner party at the Carvendic Ancestral Castle, where you will formally meet Damian. I will repay you generously.
He took a gemstone ring off his finger and tossed it to me.
Use this to buy yourself a few decent dresses.
Damian, you're dead meat. The next day, I arrived at the Cavendish ancestral castle right on time. I showed my invitation, and the guard gave my attire a once-over before hesitantly letting me in. I didn't buy a new, proper dress. I was wearing a prostitute's dress. This is my trick. Ladies' dresses are dull. I know how to catch a man's eye. I put the ring Armand gave me on a chain and wore it around my neck. The moment I walked into the banquet hall, everyone's eyes turned to me. Men's lechery and women's disdain. My gaze swept across the crowd and I spotted Damian immediately, still as elegant as ever. He was facing me, but his gaze never left the woman standing across from him. Her slender silhouette. I recognized her at a glance. Lyra. So this is an engagement party.
Thank you all for coming tonight. This moonveil blossom I now give to Lyra as a token of our incoming bond.
I gazed at the pristine moonveil blossom in his hand, a family heirloom of the Cavendish family capable of neutralizing all poisons and curing all illnesses. In my past, I was severely injured during a hunting expedition to protect Damian. The excruciating pain consumed me for 3 days and 3 nights, yet he didn't pluck even a single petal to ease my suffering. But now, he's given it to her so easily. I hid the dagger in my boot and crept toward Damian. A familiar playboy suddenly stopped me.
I know you. You're a prostitute.
Smiled maliciously, sizing me up with unbridled curiosity.
Why don't you spend a few nights with me? 2,000 gold coins a night, how does that sound?
Without a second thought, I slapped him across the face. All the nobles turned to look at us, including Damian and Lyra. The playboy, humiliated and enraged, transformed into a wolf and swiped at me with his sharp claws. Several bloody gashes immediately appeared on my chest.
Melissa?
Dame, you acquainted with her?
And walked toward me with his arm around Lexa's, my brother's little pet.
Lyra froze. The playboy froze too.
Although Armand was indeed my ally.
Don't try to fool me. Armand is the last man to go for women. There's no way he'd fall for a slut like that.
I was just kidding.
But the next moment, when he saw the ring around my neck, his expression froze.
Where did you get this?